Join me as I challenge myself to set healthy boundaries for a week and see how it changes my life. Healthy boundaries are essential for maintaining a fulfilling and balanced life. Think about it. When you say yes to every request, every invitation, and every obligation, you can quickly become overwhelmed and burnt out. By establishing clear boundaries, you're not being selfish, you're actually taking care of yourself and making sure you have the time and energy for the things that truly matter. One of the biggest challenges people face when it comes to setting boundaries is fear. Fear of rejection, fear of disappointing others, and fear of being seen as selfish or rude. I've been there too. It's hard to say no to someone, especially if it's a friend or family member. But here's the thing, saying no to someone else can mean saying yes to yourself. Guilt is another major obstacle. We often feel guilty for prioritizing our own needs over others. But remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. Another challenge is that we often don't know what our boundaries are or how to communicate them. We might feel like we are being too vague or too harsh. But boundaries are not about being mean or controlling, they are about being clear and respectful. It's okay to say no without giving a reason, and it's okay to set limits on what you're willing to do. Common challenges like this can hold you back from living the life you truly want. So, let's talk about the different types of boundaries you can set. There are emotional boundaries, which protect your feelings and emotional well-being. For example, you might need to limit your exposure to toxic people or situations that drain your energy. Then there are physical boundaries, which safeguard your physical health and personal space. This might mean setting limits on physical touch or being mindful of your alone time. Lastly, there are time boundaries, which help you manage your time and prioritize your commitments. This could mean learning to say no to social invitations that don't align with your values or goals. For instance, you might need to set an emotional boundary with a friend who's constantly venting about their problems. You can let them know that you're happy to listen sometimes, but you need some space to focus on your own life. A physical boundary might look like setting limits on how much time you spend with someone who's always pushing your physical limits. And a time boundary could mean scheduling specific times for work, rest, and play. I remember a time when I was struggling to set boundaries with a friend who was consistently canceling plans at the last minute. I felt disrespected and frustrated, but I didn't know how to communicate my needs. It wasn't until I took a step back and realized that I deserved better that I was able to set a clear boundary. I told my friend that I understood things come up, but I needed more notice and respect for my time. It was a tough conversation, but it was also liberating. Setting healthy boundaries can have a transformative effect on your life. You'll feel more confident, more in control, and more able to pursue your goals and dreams. In conclusion, setting healthy boundaries is crucial for living a balanced and fulfilling life. It's not always easy, but it's worth it. By prioritizing your own needs and communicating your limits clearly, you can create a life that truly reflects your values and aspirations. If you've struggled with setting boundaries in the past, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. And if you're looking for more tips on self-care and personal growth, be sure to check out my next video on mindfulness and meditation. Thank you for watching.